When people think about backup power from solar, they almost always assume you need a battery. And while batteries are great, they're also the single most expensive add-on you can put into a solar system. But here's the thing. There are ways to get backup power directly from your solar panels without buying a battery at all. This is Ryan, and this series is called Better Solar, where I break down how solar really works so you can make smarter choices, save money, and avoid the mistakes I've seen too many homeowners make. Today, we're going to talk about two inverter technologies that give you limited backup power without batteries. The Enphase IQ8 microinverter, the SMA Sunny Boy with secure power supply. Let's start with the problem. Most homeowners are shocked when they first learn that if the grid goes down, a normal solar system shuts off. Even if it's sunny outside and your roof is full of panels, you can't use any of that power. The reason is safety. Utilities require all grid-tied solar to automatically disconnect when the grid is down, so your system doesn't backfeed onto the grid and electrocute someone working on the power lines. A battery lets your house form its own islanded grid so your solar can keep running during an outage. Batteries easily add 10 to 20,000 or more to a solar system, and not everyone needs that level of backup, nor has that much for an initial investment. There's nothing your solar company can do about it either. The electric company requires your solar panels to be installed with rapid shutdown devices that turn them off when the grid goes down. For several years, installing solar that worked in the sun without the grid was impossible. For a while, there was an option for a little bit of backup power with SMA's secure power supply, but in 2021, a new inverter technology changed the game. Enphase IQ8 microinverters have what's called grid forming capability. That means they can create a small, stable AC waveform on their own. During a power outage, IQ8 micros can keep producing power directly from the panels and feed it to certain dedicated outlets or backed up circuits in your home. No battery required. So if it's a sunny afternoon and you've got an IQ8 system, you can plug in your fridge, charge your phone, and keep the lights and TV on. If a cloud passes, the output dips. There's no stored energy to smooth it out. But compared to being totally powerless, this is a big deal. It's solar acting like a micro backup generator without the cost of batteries. Now let's talk about the other option, the SMA Sunny Boy inverter with secure power supply. This is a string inverter, but it has a built-in backup outlet right on the inverter itself. When the grid is down and the sun is shining, you can plug directly into that outlet and get up to 2,000 watts of power straight from your panels. Again, no battery. Here's a real-world example. I worked with a customer who mainly wanted peace of mind during summer outages. They weren't worried about running their whole house, they just wanted their fridge cold and their phones charged. Instead of selling them a $30,000 battery, we set them up with an SMA Sunny Boy system, and now whenever the grid fails, they can plug into the secure power supply outlet and keep the essentials running during the day. That simple feature saved them thousands. Another homeowner wanted per panel flexibility and monitoring, but also wanted some kind of daytime backup without the extra cost of batteries. For them, the IQ8 microinverters were a great fit. On sunny days, they can run a handful of circuits, even if the power grid is down, and they like being able to see what each solar panel on their roof is producing. The takeaway is batteries are powerful, they're expensive, and not always necessary. If your main concern is just having a little backup during the day, both IQ8 microinverters and the SMA Sunny Boy with secure power supply offer practical, far cheaper alternatives. IQ8s have panel-level backup, and they are scalable and highly flexible. SMA Secure Power is simple, cost-effective, and gives you up to 2,000 watts through a dedicated outlet. Neither will give you whole home power through the night, but for many homeowners, that's not the goal. They want essentials, not a miniature power plant. You should base it on your needs. The SMA Secure Power Supply output is quite limited. This option comes free if you are installing an SMA inverter, so there's no extra cost beyond your installer having a labor charge to provide that backup outlet where you need it, maybe $500 to $1,000. If you want to power most of your house during an outage, the IQ8 really is the answer. They are also one of the more expensive microinverters on the market today. So what about you? Would you consider solar backup without a battery? Or do you think batteries are worth the extra investment? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this helpful, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next episode of Better Solar, and click this video to see a whole different kind of solar.